What's up? Today we are back with another ranking, or class ranking that is. Um, we are on the tech class today. In my opinion, the most underrated class in the game. I feel a lot of people hate on tech. I wouldn't say hate, but tech's down there with the lower end of classes in today's meta. And I personally don't believe that. I feel like tech is a really, really great class. There's a lot of great options in here. There's also a lot of stinkers, of course, but that's kind of how it is with a lot of classes. But today's video, we're going to go over the top 5 tech champions. And yeah, let's get into it. Also, one more thing. The last videos have been amazing on the other class rankings, so if you want to see these rankings more, please leave it down in the comment section. I have other ideas for other top 5 or top 10 rankings I would love to do, but, I mean, it's just if you guys want to watch it, because the support you're showing on the last videos are absolutely insane. But, yeah, thank you all for that. All right, let's get into it. So, in our honorable mentions, you know how it is. I kind of like to pick a little bit different champs, because, of course, the honorable mentions most of the time are usually just that 6, 7, 8 spot. But I'm already going in the top 5 champions I think are best. So the honorable mentions are a champ I really want to honorable mention. Like, I want them to be mentioned. And the first honorable mention I want to go over is actually Zola. So the thing with Zola is he could easily be in the top 5. But I do feel like a lot of newer champions that are being released, he suffers from his success, from being such a great defender. A lot of new champions getting released are countering Zola, and there's already a lot of good counters before. Also, on attack, I don't find him that good on attack at all. I know there are people out there that can do insane things with Zola. I just feel like his rotation is so hard to master. It's got to be lined up perfectly, and with any set of other nodes, like in a quest, it's just hard to maneuver around, in my opinion. So I don't really see him as an attacker much at all, even though some people really, really do like him on attack. But he's a really great defender, and he looks sick. But yeah, that's kind of why he's not in the top 5. But he's one of the only. He's an honorable mention that I really wanted to mention first because he. A lot of people probably have him in the top 5. I just personally don't, just because he's not that great on attack. I mean, he can do insane things on attack, but it's just really hard to master. And on defense, he's losing his stocks slowly. But yeah, next up is actually a champion I have never got to play because I have never had her at the highest star level, but it is actually Ironheart. She's a champion that I'm slowly looking up to rank. The reason she's not in the top 5 either is because I know a lot of people would put her in the top 5. I've never played her. I've never played her. I've only watched gameplay. She's also not a defender at all. She's an easy champ to nuke on defense. But she has insane utility. She has some of the most utility in the tech class, and her damage is really easy to access. You just gotta have a certain amount of ruptures or incinerate on the opponent, and you do insane damage. Also, once again, looks sick. I love this color scheme. It's amazing. Plus, with a 7-star border, yeah, she's absolutely nuts looking. So, I personally think she should be in the honorable mention too. I don't see enough love for Ironheart. I personally don't give her enough love. But I do believe she is one of the better 7-stars in the game. If she was your first 7-star tech that you pull, she's carrying you through the game. Like, it is one of the best first 7-star techs to pull because she doesn't do anything exceptionally well. She just does everything else really decent, if that makes sense. But yeah, we also have one more honorable mention, and I just want to give it to my boy Nimrod. Nimrod, for the longest time, was 6-star locked. He was one of my first 6-star rank 3 champions, actually. He carried me through a lot back then, but he lost his stock so much because he wasn't a 7-star. And honestly, his kit, he needed to be a 7-star. He needed that extra damage. He was not good as a 6-star with that damage that he can output. But him being added, I was not very hyped at all. I really didn't care much about him. And I pulled him, and I watched some gameplay of him as a rank 3 against mutants, and it was just nuts. So last Banquet, I took him up to rank 4 instantly. Sig 200, everything. He's an absolute goat against mutants. Outside of mutant matchups, he's alright. And excluding the mutant matchups he can't do. Like Onslaught, that's one of his worst fights, which sucks because Onslaught's such a potent defender. But he's great with almost every other mutant in the game. Like, you bring him in, and it's just a nothing fight. You just build to that SP2, really, and you just launch an SP2, or you can launch an SP1 for a little bit more damage. He can do other matchups outside of mutants, but he definitely was made just to destroy mutants, kind of like how other champs were made to destroy their respective classes. But yeah, I wanted to give it to my boy Nimrod. There's a lot of other tech champions I could have put in the honorable mentions. I was really thinking long and hard about this, but I think those three kind of deserve an honorable mention just because of what they do for the game. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our number 5 spot, which is actually a champion I did not expect to put here, but at least when he came out, I did not expect to put him here. But it's actually Solvark. It is another idol champion. Solvark, when he first got released, in my opinion, I thought he was going to be the worst tech or worst, idol champion. Sorry, I thought he was going to be the worst idol champion. He just did not look that crazy. His damage was kind of lackluster, and his defense was pretty good, but his damage did not look that good, and his utility or whatever didn't look that insane on paper. But when you bring him in game, he's nuts. His damage is super easy to access, and it's actually super, super potent. You really, really want him at that highest level. So, like, rank 5 Solvarks are going to be one of your best rank ups because he really, really does want that extra rank advantage. Just to confirm that he will nuke those matchups down quicker. Also, on defense, he's a tank. That's literally, he looks like a tank, he looks like a transformer. That's what he is on defense. He is a tank. He's so annoying to fight on defense just because how much health he has. And he regens a lot with certain debuffs on him and whatnot. That's why on certain nodes in AW, he's one of the worst fights ever. Also, he can cheese certain nodes with his reverb, which they actually changed. They changed a whole gameplay mechanic because of him. And the big things Alliance War, he was doing fights in 10, 20 seconds just because how good he is at doing those certain fights. Because his reverb mechanic is so potent. But yeah, I personally have never been on the Solvark train until recently. It was like probably 4 BG season ago. It was a BG season before Battle Realm Brawl. I took him up to rank 3. I was using him on defense. He was winning almost every defense I used him on. Used him on attack a couple times. He's really great. Used him in that AW season on attack. Absolutely insane. 21 million damage per SP2 was what it was or something. It was absolutely stupid. But yes, I believe Solvark is the 5th best tech champion. As of now, he's not in the base pool though, but he will be added, I'm assuming, in the next coming updates, because the other 2 idols are, of course, the Cosmic one isn't, but story for another day. Solvark, I believe, is top 5. The other 3 champions might be ahead of him on some people's list, but I believe Solvark is top 5. Also, once again, looks sick. Our team is amazing. Anyways, number 4. It's actually a champion I absolutely love. One of my favorite tech champions because he looks sick, great damage. Actually, Jack. Jack was also one of those champions. When I was watching the deep dive, I was not that insanely hyped about it. I really didn't care. I was like, yeah, he looks cool, has some cool animations, but I mean, his utility, his kit, it looks kind of clunky. But then, of course, when I got him, I took him straight up to rank 3. I had some tech gems when I first pulled him, actually. So he went up to rank 3. And he's did everything I ever needed and more. So that's why I took him up to rank 4. And he's a possible rank 5 candidate. He's just an absolute nuke. He kind of has that Nimrod-esque type where you just want to build up to that SP2 and just nuke down any mutant defender. And also he can nuke down other matchups too. He's not just locked to mutants. He obviously works better because he has class advantage. But he's absolutely insane on attack. And he has pretty solid utility, where basically if he gets a Neuroshock on him or something like that, he regens, so he's a great Captain Britain counter, one of the best Onslaught counters. He was made to counter Onslaught. He's a great Jean Grey counter because he counters reverse controls. Also, his damage on the SP2 against mutants, nobody is immune to because he applies plasmas instead. So, he's a very, very solid champion. Also, one more thing, he cheeses the Karina boss fight. Absolutely cheesed it. So, yes, I believe he is warranted that top 4 spot. I couldn't put him any higher, even though I really wanted to. I just couldn't put him any higher. But I believe he is the fourth best champion in the game, or fourth best tech champion. Of course, he's not that great of a defender at all. He really is not a great defender. All of his specials can be easily evaded. All of his attacks are pretty easy to evade and parry and whatnot. So not that great on defense. He's just that great on offense. All right. Next up, the number 3 spot. And it's actually going to be Bastion. So Bastion is at rank 1 for me. I have never taken him up just for the simple fact that I have a bunch of other Czech champions I personally like more than Bastion. But that's not saying Bastion is a bad champ. That's just me being stupid and just ranking up champs that are probably worse than him. Well, I mean, I have Howard the Duck at rank 4. I mean, come on. And I don't have Bastion at rank 4. But Bastion is the all-around, probably one of the best tech champions. Kind of like how I was saying earlier with Ironheart, but Bastion's just the better version of it. He has insane utility. He's really, really great on attack. You launch that SP2, launch that long SP1, and you just nuke down everything. He was made for Onslaught. He can counter Gene. He's not immune to reverse controls, I don't believe, so that is one thing that's kind of weird. But this right here, he has resistance to bleed and poison, and his regen cannot be reduced by poison. So basically, he has like that kind of Onslaught-esque type where you get a bleed or poison, you're just healing. Also, when you get crushed, you get a regen, which is kind of cool. It's kind of weird, but he just has really, really great utility. Plus, he's not a bad defender. He's not an insane defender by any means, but his specials are so long and they're kind of weird to evade that they can either catch you off guard or they just stall the match. Because he has a pretty high health pool too. He looks sick. Animations are cool. I definitely probably should take him up. I should just bite the bullet, take him up. But he's just one of those champions that, like, I personally, he's just basic, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why I don't have him up. It's just kind of those weird things. I don't have him up. I also didn't pull him for a long time too, but now I've pulled him 5 times. But yeah, he is definitely the best He is the third best tech 7-star in the game. If you pull a Bastion, you are set in a good place. Some people might probably have him at number 1. I'm totally fine with that. Anybody in this top 5, you can put at number 1, and I'd be happy. Besides Sylvark. Sylvark would be a little weird. But yes, Bastion is the third best. Now, second best. This one was kind of tough because I really, really wanted to put a champion at number 1, but I can't put Spider-Man at number 1. He will be at number 2. I do believe Spider-Man, in my opinion, he is my favorite tech 7-star. He is the best in my opinion, but that's kind of how I felt with Jean Grey in the last video. I don't think they are warranted number 1, even though they are my favorite. Spider-Man is insane. Absolutely insane. His damage definitely wasn't play tested because even at a rank 4 level, I mean at rank 5 levels, you're hitting 50k medium crits at max ramp. Absolutely insane. No champ should be able to do that easy. But basically his kit is one of the most simple kits in the game. You just dash back 10 times or get 10 poise charges, then you just attack the opponent. That is all. You'll have a poise, you have like a little spider, little tech spider up here as a passive. You just want to get 10 of those, and then you just start attacking. And then they'll slowly go down as you end combos, but you just dash back again, and you need to dex hits, basically. That's all. That's his kit, and it works insanely well. He has really, really nice utility in the fact that he can evade any special too. If you mess up on the dex, he'll evade. Or if you just stand there and take it, he will evade it. That goes on cooldown. He also has Power Drain. That goes on cooldown, but it drains all the power that you're fighting the opponent. It drains their power, but yeah, that's just it's simple utility, simple kit, works great. His animations are sick, and those crits are the most satisfying things to hit on the opponent. The only downside I can think of is he's not that great on defense. He has the evade, which can be annoying if you don't know that he has it, but everybody knows by now. His specials are relatively easy to dex. His special 2 is pretty hard to dex. You really can't dex it, so you really just want to push him to special 1. So you can be a little annoying on defense, but nothing insane, nothing worthwhile. So his defensive stocks aren't that high, but he is such a great attacker and has really solid utility that is really, really simple. You get him at any star level, he is carrying you, just because he is so simple to play. You can play around certain nodes that I believe he is the second best tech 7-star in the game. Yeah. He's just the GOAT. Spider-Man's the GOAT. You all know this. We love Stark around here. But that leaves the number 1 spot. And this was not a question in my mind. I knew this was going to be the number 1 spot when I thought of this video. I really wanted to put Spider-Man there, but it's Ant-Man. Future Ant-Man. Future Ant-Man is one of those champions that definitely deserve to be 6-star locked for a while because he is absolutely nuts. So, his kit is insane. He has insane damage on attack. Some of the best damage on attack, if you are a relatively good player. You have to have a little bit of skill to master Ant-Man because you need to time specials at certain times and time your SP2. But when you hit that massive SP2 burst, when you have 2 disintegrations or more on the opponent, you're doing probably like 150k per hit times like 3 or 4 hits. I mean, that's insane damage. That is nothing to be upset about. Also, he's a really, really great long-form content champ. He's great in any content. You can put him in any content and he works just fine. That's the great part about him. Also, he has really, really great utility in the fact that if he takes, he's kind of got like a safeguard mechanic. If he takes too much health at one time, he'll get a regen kit. Also bleeds. He's basically somewhat bleed and incinerate immune. Not really. He just takes 1 tick from each bleed and incinerate that you apply to him, but then he'll apply a like regen for it. So he kind of counteracts bleed and incinerate, which is pretty nice. Also, he has a glancing mechanic. Glancing is the most annoying mechanic in the game because if you glance, you basically do nothing on your basic attack. It's just the weakest form of your basic attack. You just do like 50% damage. You apply nothing from your kit on a glance. And that's on attack too. He has glance for the defender. Also, he's really, really annoying to fight on defense. One of the most annoying champs on defense in the tech class. He's an insane defender. Nowadays, there are a lot of counters to him, but when he first released, he was insane on defense. But yeah, insane on attack, insane on defense, great utility, looks sick. I mean, Ant-Man Future is number 1. But yeah, that's the end of this video. We got 2 more classes to rank. I will be making those videos probably today as well. But those videos will come out shortly after this one. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much for the support on these videos. These have been super fun to make and super fun to go over. And if you really, really like these top 5, top 10 list or whatever, please let me know and I'll make more. I have other plans. I talked about it in the stream last night. I have some plans on top 5 lists I could make. But yeah, as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.